How confident do you feel about the way that you structure and learn new topics? It's something that I know I struggled with, finding a way to put everything that I'm learning into a mechanism that would allow me to really understand what I'm learning and not get lost. It's something that a lot of students struggle with. I think a lot of people struggle with in general. Well, in this video, we're going to talk about learning journals and using some digital tools to create an effective digital learning journal. If you've seen some other videos on the channel, you know that I've talked about pre-built learning journals, which are great because they have a structure to them. They guide you through the process of structuring your learning. And for certain subjects, having a paper-based journal can be very useful. There's other ways of using paper-based journals. You could grab a little notebook, or you could even grab a little binder and you could build your own learning journal. All of those are things that I still use, but for certain subjects, I find having a digital learning journal is more effective. Because in a digital learning journal, I'm able to add in multimedia, I'm able to use artificial intelligence, I'm able to do things in that digital environment that extends my ability to learn. But the thing is, I still need to make sure that I have structure to it. So a tool that I use in order to do this digital journaling, this digital learning journal, is called Scrintal, who are actually sponsoring this video. They've sponsored some other videos on the channel. They're a friend of the channel. So Scrintal is a great tool and I really like it because it gives me a structure that is similar to what I would do in a paper-based world, but it extends what I'm doing by allowing me to use a lot of digital tools and do things like tagging and searching and connecting and using artificial intelligence. So I did have a question on a previous video from one of the viewers, a comment that said, can you show us how you use a digital journal? Well, that's this video. The answer is yes. Let's go take a look at how I use Scrintal to create a digital learning journal and how you can too. Something that I really like about Scrintal is that it mimics the way that I would work with papers and objects in the real world, but then extends my ability to work with them more effectively by adding digital tools such as artificial intelligence and the ability to organize and format things. By the way, this is Blossom, my cat. She's going to join us for a little bit of this journey. So when we look at Scrintal, you can see that I have a desktop. This is where I can do things like put documents, put images, do a little bit of searching, do some of that ideation that I might have. Almost every productivity model that I've ever seen will have the same sort of structure to it. You'll start organizing your information, you'll think about what you want to do, you'll then break it down, you'll then take action on it, and then you'll reflect on it. And that's the same model that I use with my learning journal. So you can see that I've got documents that I can bring into the environment, so I can bring different types of PDFs, I can bring different types of research, different types of evidence that I might need for my learning. I can have boards, and this is really the structure where I could have a board, think of it like an infinite whiteboard for every topic. So when I'm creating a learning journal, I will create a journal for each subject that I'm studying, and in the world of Scrintal, that will see it is manifested as a board. I'll create a board. Then of course we have different files, multimedia files, anything that I might need to bring in. And then, very handy, I can tag things. So if I have multiple files, boards, objects, by using tags through the hashtag and then whatever tag I'd like, I can search across my entire library for those subject areas. But let's take a look specifically at working with a board, and let's take a look at my learning journal template of how I structure a learning journal in Scrintal. So just like I would with any learning journal, I'm going to follow the same structure, and I'm going to begin by first brainstorming, and I'm going to begin by determining what the objectives are of the subject I'd like to learn. Now, when it comes to Scrintal, you can see here at the bottom, we've got a number of different options. For example, I could add a new block. What a block is it's a group of elements that are all together. So I can move them together, I can work on them together. I'll show you. So I've added a new block, and I'll just go / and this will bring up markup language, and I'm going to put in a header 1, which will allow me to put a title for this block. And I will call this something like cats. So in honor of Blossom being here, we'll do a little bit of a demonstration creating a block on cats. Let's say I'm going to do a little bit of studying on cats. And I'm just showing you blocks right now. I'll show you the learning journal in a second. Notice here with cats, I can go into this block and I can add more elements to it. So for example, let's say here I wanted to insert something like a paragraph. Well, with a paragraph, I could just begin typing. Cats are nice, right? This one's being nice right now. And I can do things with the entire block, like give it a color. So now the entire block will be that color. And I can continue to add elements. For example, I can insert an image. So if I want to upload an image, or I could add a YouTube image. So you can see I have a lot of different options here. So I'll upload an image. I can click or I can drag an image in here. So I don't currently have an image of a cat, but I'm sure I do somewhere. But you see that I can add that element in there. I could also go in and choose from different elements as well. So you can see that we have lots of different things that we can do here to create a block that contains multiple different elements that can help me understand cats. But here's something really cool. So if I go in here and I go to my AI assistant, I can actually go in here and I could say, what do cats like to do? So if I grab my block and add here, I can just drag these elements right into this block. And now I can bring in all of these elements. Again, I can bring them in. I could put coloring in here. I could make them part of the block where I'm modifying them as a header and such. All of these can be brought in here. So now I'm just going to delete the block and we'll go through the learning journal and see exactly how I structure my learning journal. So the first thing with a learning journal is I will set goals and objectives for what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. So I have this entire goals and objectives block that I'm going to go through, have a to-do objectives, and I'm going to brainstorm on why I'm interested in learning the subject I'm interested in. I can add things like images for inspiration. I could pull documents that I may have gathered, PDF documents, whatever the case may be. I can bring those all into this learning journal. Then what I'm going to do is really two things. The first thing is I'm going to have a page every single day that I'm learning the subject. I'm going to create a block. So I'll create a divider. I'll create a header for the day. And then I'll start putting objects into my learning journal. So in this case, I've got day 1. I've got a PDF here. I've got a YouTube video. And this is going, and then I've got this information in a single block that I can move around as needed on this infinite canvas that I have. I'll also use a number of templates that I can get with Scrintal. So you can see here I have templates, such as a template for the first, second, and third months of my learning. I tend to break my learning into 12-week periods based upon quarters. And that's a good time frame, so you have enough material to learn. So I will have calendars, and I will do things like put notes to myself so I can take advantage of different learning strategies. More on that in a moment as well. And then I also have a pre-built template from Scrintal on doing reading notes. So as I read each paper, as I read each book, I can take reading notes. Now to get to these, all I need to do is go over here, and you can see that I can zoom in or double click to go to 100%. And you can see that I can add anything anywhere on this canvas just by going in and choosing to add a new board, or I can go in and I can create a new document, or I could even go in and create a board within a board, or I could add from my library. I could search my library for documents, images, anything that I previously uploaded. And then we can add different, all the blocks in here. And I can add in a number of different templates like literature notes, mind mapping, different things that can help me connect to the material that I'm studying. Just going to clean this up and get rid of these 2 blocks. They were just a demonstration. So if I go in, you can see these are live blocks. What I mean by that is if I go into this PDF, I can actually go and grab this PDF. I can double click on it and actually begin reading the PDF here right in the block. I do not have to go out and open the PDF as a separate object. And if I want to add to this, if I want to put in more information, I could add in things like a YouTube video, and I can then at the end reflect upon each day. So each day I will set a block aside and start working on that block. When I use something like artificial intelligence, I could go into this block, and let's say the subject was on learning, and I could go into my block here, and maybe I want to take some notes, go to my AI assistant, and I could say, what are some effective learning strategies? Okay, so Blossom has left us because she wanted me to use both hands to type. So if I go in here and I say, what are some effective learning strategies, this is going to help me interact with the information and the knowledge that I'm trying to acquire. So it's going to go out with the AI assistant. It's going to give me some information on effective learning strategies, and I can add that to my daily notes. So for example, now I could put this anywhere in the block. So let's say this is what I'm going to do at the end of the day, the reflection. So I could bring them into this part of the block, and I can bring in each of these elements that were generated by the AI, and I can bring those in there so I can study them and I can understand them a little more effectively. And then I can reflect upon them by asking these questions here. So a lot of very useful things can be done by creating the learning journal in this way. And I can scroll out so I can get this larger view, go to the area of the learning journal I'm interested in zooming in on, and then I can zoom in on that area and work with these blocks that are part of this template. So it becomes a very active and dynamic way of moving around the learning journal while still maintaining structure. We can also do things like connect things together. So let's say in day one, I had this Learning Brain article, and I think the Learning Brain has a very interesting connection with learning strategies. So what I can do is grab a connector. I can grab on this particular block, and you can see that I've got this connector here. I'll scroll out just a little bit, and I could connect that over to this other block. This one happens to be different learning strategies. So now I've connected these two blocks together quite easily so I can navigate through the environment through different connectors that I've created as well. So this is how I'll create and structure a learning journal in Scrintal. I'll follow the same process that I would with any learning journal or any productivity method. I'll ideate and brainstorm. I will then start going day by day of learning things. I will have different learning strategies for interleaving, spaced repetition, and the different strategies throughout this environment. And that will help me learn and reflect upon the things that I am trying to learn. Scrintal is a great tool because it's not complex, it's quite easy to learn, but it gives me the ability to bring in different multimedia, bring in different documents, and tag everything. So I could easily go in and search my library. I could do, for example, search for, I'll go to tags actually, and if I go to tags with active recall, you can see I have different elements here that deal with active recall. I can see that in this case it's part of one document. And of course, as I build up more of my library with more documents, boards, and objects, Scrintal becomes more and more powerful and useful. So if I go into my boards, for example, back to my learning template, and we'll just scroll in here a little bit. So if I connect up things like this day one block, if I connect it into a specific element on my calendar, so I could take this block here. So we'll just grab this day one block. Notice that I can send the entire block to AI. I can create a document inside of it. I could change the color of this document. So there's a lot of ways to personalize it in ways that help me learn more effectively. If I go into, for example, sending it to AI, you can see that the entire block can be sent there, and then I can start working on it. I might not want to go that deep on it at this point, but you can see that I can also go in and grab within the calendar here. I could grab a block here, and I can actually go in and connect up to other documents. So let's say, for example, the Learning Brain document, I could connect up to a document, and we could go to the Learning Brain PDF that I have in here, or learning strategies. Let's do that. So I could connect up in the calendar to learning strategies, which would allow me to then create a connection to those learning strategies that I have in my environment that I've created. And you can see I'm now connected here to learning strategies, and I'm starting to create connections from my calendar back to different parts of the document, which are all interconnected. Very powerful, but yet simple to use and set up and simple to organize. And that's the real key. The key is to have a learning journal that works with you so that you're not always searching and looking for things and wondering where they are, but that you have this nice structured approach, but you still get the benefits of connectivity, multiple documents, multimedia files, all the things that will help you learn more effectively. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.